The sun hung low over Camp Raven, staining the training grounds in bronze as evening drills wrapped up. Most cadets were dragging their exhausted bodies toward the barracks, everyone except the small knot of soldiers lingering near the obstacle yard. Their voices were loud enough to echo off the concrete walls, sharp, mocking, and aimed at the newest arrival. Cadet Mira Hale stood in the middle of them, hands behind her back, posture straight, expression unreadable. She was small, quiet, not saying a word as the group circled her. Her uniform was still crisp, she had only been at Camp Raven for 3 days. For some reason, that alone was enough to make her a target. Well, drawled Corporal Granger, stepping close enough that his breath brushed her cheek. Our new little princess still thinks she belongs here. Tell me, Cadet, you ever even held a rifle heavier than your makeup kit? The other snickered. Mira didn't lock eyes with him. She simply redirected her gaze ahead, still calm. That bothered him more than any insult could. Another soldier, Phelps, kicked dirt toward her boots. Say something, or can't you speak without permission, sweetheart? Still, silence. It would have gone on longer if a hard, authoritative voice hadn't cut through the courtyard like a blade. Corporal, take one more step toward her. The entire group froze. From the edge of the shadows, walking with slow, controlled steps, came a man most cadets had only heard rumors about. Broad shoulders, gray-streaked beard, no uniform insignia, no need. Commander Jack Rourke, legendary, retired Navy SEAL, was the camp's quiet consultant, the kind who rarely showed up unless something serious demanded it. He stopped 10 feet from them, hands clasped behind his back. Calm, too calm. Granger swallowed. Sir, Commander, we were just. I know what you were doing. Rourke's tone could have frozen fire. And I'm giving you one chance to walk away before you learn what a real mistake feels like. Phelps tried to laugh, wavering. With respect, sir, they're just jokes. Rourke tilted his head. Jokes, all right. Then he stepped forward. The motion was so fluid that none of them processed what happened until Granger was on his knees, Rourke's forearm locked across his chest, one twist away from a shattered shoulder. The remaining soldiers backed up fast. Rourke released him as casually as dropping a pen. That's called restraint, he said. I used it because you're cadets. But you try harassment under my watch again. His eyes went colder than steel. I won't bother demonstrating restraint next time. He turned toward Mira. She didn't look shaken. If anything, her posture sharpened. Rourke nodded once. You handled yourself well. Only then did the cadets realize something. Mira Hale wasn't shaken because she wasn't intimidated. Not by them, not by their words, not by anything. But what none of them knew yet was that Commander Rourke had come out of retirement for one purpose. To personally train her. And after tonight, the entire base understood one thing. Bullying her wasn't just foolish. It was dangerous. The next morning, the mood at Camp Raven was different, quieter, tighter, as if every cadet had sensed a shift in the air. Word of Commander Rourke's intervention spread like wildfire. The soldiers who had mocked Mira the night before kept their distance now, avoiding even the slightest eye contact. No one wanted to become the next example. Mira arrived at the training field before dawn, alone, the way she preferred it. She stood at the firing range with a disassembled rifle laid neatly across a bench. Her movements were precise, almost surgical, as she inspected each piece. The quiet rhythm of her work created a bubble around her. That bubble burst when Commander Rourke's voice approached from behind her shoulder. You're early, he said. Sir, she replied with a respectful nod, I like maximizing prep time. Rourke grunted as if approving. Or maybe testing. With him, it was often both. Without another word, he picked up the unfinished rifle and completed the assembly in under 8 seconds, one-handed. He set it down and motioned toward the field. Follow. Mira did. They stopped at a square sand pit used for advanced combat drills. Most cadets avoided it. It was Rourke's domain, and his training was infamous for leaving even experienced soldiers trembling. We're starting with assessment, he said. Show me what you can do. Mira removed her cap, tying her hair tightly. No hesitation, no nerves. Rourke charged first. He never held back, not even for a cadet. The impact of his elbow strike swept through the air, but Mira pivoted out of range, sliding low. She countered with a palm strike toward his ribs, blocked. Rourke retaliated with a sweep kick, dodged. For 20 long seconds, the pit exploded into a blur of motion, sand flying, bodies shifting, each testing the other's limits. Then Mira did something unexpected. Instead of trying to overpower him, She adapted, redirecting his momentum, slipping past each attack with precision that didn't belong to a beginner. Rourke stepped back, eyes narrowing. You've been trained. Mira wiped sweat from her brow. My brother served. He taught me what he knew. Your brother wasn't a SEAL. No, she agreed, but he taught me how to learn fast. That answer hit harder than any punch. Before Rourke could respond, footsteps approached. It was Granger and Phelps, visibly anxious. Commander Rourke, sir. Granger snapped to attention. We came to apologize, to the cadet and to you, sir. Mira turned, offering nothing but a neutral stare. Rourke stepped closer to the two men. Apology accepted, but understand this, his voice dropped to gravel. Strength isn't shown by dominating the weak. It's shown by recognizing when you're outclassed. Granger bowed his head. Phelps swallowed hard. Rourke dismissed them and turned back to Mira. You'll train with me every morning, he said. And you'll surpass every soldier here. That's not a prediction, that's an order. For the first time, Mira allowed herself the faintest smile. Yes, sir. The sun finally rose over Camp Raven, revealing the beginning of a partnership that would change the entire base.